What up guys, SuperMetal983 here bringing us another CD review, and I'm going to be reviewing what is so far my death metal record of 2018 so far. I know we're into the early parts of the year, but this is how it is. But this is so far my death metal record of the year. It's absolutely relentless and groovy, fun, fast, all that put into one. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. Yeah, this is the new album from the band Apophys, entitled Devoratis. This is released under Ultimate Massacre Productions. Now, if you aren't too familiar with Apophys, they are a 5-piece technical death metal band hailing from, I believe, the Netherlands. And they have 2 full-length albums out so far. This is their debut album, entitled Prime Incursion. Now, I picked this up from eBay not too long ago, just after I picked up Devoratis on CD. I thought, you know what, I better check out their debut album, see what all the fuss is about. And I have to say, this album is absolutely fantastic. A great kind of modern tech death kind of stuff, but it's not... the thing is about Apophys, what I really enjoy is not really a guitar wankery kind of tech death, you know, a million notes a second kind of stuff. They're just fast, relentless, straight to the point brutality, kind of along the same sort of lines of what Hate Eternal offers, if you ask me. But yeah, Prime Incursion is definitely a really good album. Definitely check it out. Released under Metal Blade Records in, I believe, 2015, I think it was. That's what it says on the back. I'm not sure if it says 2015 or 2016. Yeah, I could be wrong on any of those. But anyway, now we'll get to 2018 with the arrival of their sophomore album entitled Devoratis. Now, this album was my first exposure to the band. I'd heard some really good things about them, going about the European death metal circuit, playing big festivals and playing with some big names in Europe. And I thought, you know what, I might as well check them out. And when this album dropped, I checked out the album stream, which is on YouTube, link down below. And from the minute I stuck on Children of the Stars, the first track on this album, I was like, wow, I am in for one relentless ride right here. I'm in for intense, fast assault, basically. And that's what this album offers, if you ask me. Like as I said, it's not any of that guitar wankery kind of stuff. It's just fast, relentless tech death, if you ask me. And that's the sort of stuff that I think's kind of missing these days a lot of the time. But what I think this album offers that I think a lot of tech death bands don't offer is sheer groove and enjoyment. Because this album, from the minute I listened to it, or in fact, the first time I listened to it, to the second time, to whatever players I'm up to now, every time I listen to it, I just want to bop my head, headbang, and just get right into this record. Because this album is definitely, as I said before, me death metal album of the year so far in 2018. And I think, as I said before, that it offers a lot of groove, a lot of speed and intensity, but it's one of those enjoyable albums to listen to. This is easily one of the most fun tech death albums I've listened to in a long ass fucking time. In my opinion, though, it is way better than Prime Incursion. Like, Prime Incursion was a great album, but I think this album's hit at home for me, in all honesty. Like, everything about this album just screams out power, precision, and just a lot of attack. I mean, the drums are really relentless on this album. They're fast. They're not like George Class fast, but they are full of intensity, power, and just technicality and wow factor. I think personally that the drum work on this album is absolutely amazing, especially the drum production as well on top of that. It's very pounding. It's a very full sounding kit on this album, but it's relentless, fast. The double bass kicks in, so there's a lot of elements where it's quite tight and quite precise with the kick drum, and I think that's a great thing when drummers lock in with the guitar's right hand, just the chugging, just fast gallops and stuff. It just is relentless, especially on the first song, Children of the Sea. Children of the Sea, that's a job for a cowboy song. Children of the Stars, from the minute that song kicks in, you just know that is the kind of ride you're going to be throughout the course of the progression of this album. Guitar is such a thick sounding guitar. It's beefy, crunchy, and just gritty as hell. Obviously, It's quite high in production on this album. There's a lot of clarity and definition to the notes that are being played, but it's powerful and really loud sounding. It just surrounds you in a lot of depth and just crushingness. It's definitely a crushing tone on this album, and obviously bass wrapping up and surrounding the guitars and giving it that oomph that it needs, because with the guitars being quite a bright but crunchy kind of tone, you need a low sounding bass behind it, and that's what this album has, and it definitely offers a heaviness to this album, and it's unrelenting to hear and just gives you chills just to listen to, if you know what I mean. But my favourite aspect of this album definitely is the vocals. The vocals are so monstrous, but they are so relentless at the same time. There's a lot of they're very low vocals, but they're not to the point of gutturals, which I don't really hear an awful lot of these days. But the high vocals, they're so powerful and so emotion filled. But then one thing I do love is the kind of like half screamy kind of like shouts that are in the aspect and surrounded within the vocal performance of this album. When they come, they sound so commanding and so in pain that they just sound relentless and just untamed in any way, shape or form. And that's one of the aspects that I love about this album. It's not a tame album by any means necessary. This is just unbridled raw energy just screaming out of this death metal release. It's chaotic as hell. I absolutely love this album. I haven't gave that away very well so far. But if you're into your sci-fi themed death metal, then definitely check out these guys. That's the lyrical theme that they go for. That's what it says on their Metal Encyclopedia, and I definitely hear that a lot with the lyrics. But one of my favourite aspects of the vocals is the faster parts. Like Kevin, I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. Kevin Quilligan. His vocals, his fast vocals, in my opinion, yeah, there's the likes of Oliver Ray Aileron from Archspire, who does like the fast stuff, but there's not a lot of power behind it. Whereas this, there's a lot of power behind it. It's not as fast, but it is fast, and wow, just untamed. I would love to be able to do those type of vocals, and hopefully one day I will be able to do them anyway. But yeah, monstrous vocal performance and unrelenting musicianship, and but it does have the aspect, of a fun album. It's only a 36-minute long album, so it's quite a short album, but in that short period of time, you fall in love with it. And I've fallen in love with it, and you just want to listen to it again and again and again, and you come acquainted with it, and the songs just stick in your head. I mean, my favourite song, personally, on this album, it's only 9 tracks long, but my favourite would have to be the 7th song, What We Will Be. In my opinion, that just holds such an epic hugeness to it with that sheer power. It just feels full-on epic. There's no other way to describe that. It's fast and powerful, but it is powerful and epic at the same time. And it's quite near the end of the album, but I absolutely love it. It breaks up the album perfectly and then destroys you for another 2 tracks and then ends, and you're just like, wow, what was that I've just listened to? Like, seriously, it was incredible. It's an incredible experience to listen to, and it's definitely so far, my favourite death metal record of 2018 so far. There's been some great ones so far, like the new Rivers of Now. Obviously, that falls into progressive death metal, but still, this is definitely my favourite death metal release of 2018 so far. You need to check it out. Make sure you check out Apophys with their debut album, Devoratis, released under Ultimate Massacre Productions. For an overall score, you might be able to guess it, but I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Excellent tech death. One of the best of 2018 so far, and make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link down below to all their social medias and what have you, and a link to the album stream and a couple of tracks for you to check out. All linked down below. But yeah, make sure you check out Apophys with Devoratis, and I'll see you until the next video. And remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.